All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today. So do me a favor before we dive into these topics. If you end up enjoying the video or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We're starting here talking about some PS5 Pro enhanced games. Lies of P. Over on X, the official Lies of P account simply tweets, Lies of P is now PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced. Now, this did garner a lot of attention, just for anybody maybe who wasn't aware that Lies of P is going to be PS5 Pro enhanced. They're just letting you know. Now, obviously, they're not telling us in which ways this game is getting PS5 Pro enhanced. They're not giving us explicit details. I imagine we're going to be learning about that in the next 2 to 3 weeks leading up to the launch. But I just wanted to make you guys aware that this is going to be PS5 Pro enhanced. And it's worth mentioning that they do have a seemingly significant DLC that's going to be launching for Lies of P in the future. So I imagine that will also be Pro enhanced as well. But talking about another game that's getting PS5 Pro enhanced, Dragon Age The Veilguard. This is being reported by PlayStation Lifestyle. EA and BioWare have detailed Dragon Age The Veilguard's PS5 Pro enhancements ahead of the game's launch on October 31st. BioWare's technical director has said that players will immediately notice a number of improvements on the PS5 Pro, thanks in part to Sony's new PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR, upscaler. Veilguard's 30 FPS fidelity and 60 FPS performance modes will both benefit from improved resolution, image quality, and other visual settings. Additionally, ray-traced ambient occlusion will be enabled in the 60 FPS performance mode. On the base PS5, this will only be enabled at 30 FPS. Whether you love deep progression, strategic combat, or diving into the lore of Dragon Age, you will immediately notice the improved experience with PS5 Pro. So this is what's being said about another PS5 Pro enhanced game, Dragon Age The Veilguard. It'll be interesting to see just how well PSSR is implemented here. Everything we've seen of PSSR so far has proven to be very good, and it's producing very good results. So I'm sure Digital Foundry will probably analyze this game on PS5 Pro, but so far it's sounding like some pretty good enhancements. So let me know your thoughts on that. We're moving on to the next topic, which talks about an Xbox event that's actually happening, I believe, tomorrow. But if you're a PlayStation fan, you might want to tune into this Xbox event because it is a partner preview broadcast. Push Square reports here, Microsoft has announced a partner preview broadcast, a live stream designed to spotlight titles from third parties. While the show will of course focus on Xbox, it will also inevitably include news and updates for PlayStation fans. Officially, Microsoft is promising 25 minutes of trailers and info with a spotlight specifically on Alan Wake 2's upcoming Lake House expansion and Sega's spin-off Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. There'll also be footage from Wu Chang Fallen Feathers and various other world premieres. So I thought this was worth mentioning to you guys because, again, it's specifically a partner preview broadcast, which means we are going to see more third parties. And for me, specifically, I'm wondering if Metal Gear Solid Delta is going to show up because Microsoft has been marketing that game a lot, and we're obviously waiting for a release date. I'm not going to necessarily get my hopes up, but it's about 30 minutes long here, and so, yeah, you might want to pay attention because there should be some things here that will be relevant to PlayStation players. Moving on to the next topic, we're talking about Astro Bot. We have a new blog post here talking about the upcoming levels that they're going to be releasing. They say here, "Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to update you on some brand new Astro Bot content that will be arriving this month. First, on behalf of Team Asobi, I would like to say a big thank you to all Astro Bot players. We couldn't be happier seeing the reactions from players, both young and older. It's warmed the hearts of all of us at Team Asobi HQ. As announced in the recent State of Play trailer starting on October 17th, we will be releasing the first of our brand new speedrun levels, Building Speed. These levels will test your platforming skills and alongside an online leaderboard will give you the chance to compete against all of your PlayStation friends. In Building Speed, with the help of Barkster, the Bulldog Booster, you will blast your way through a sky-high city, dodge cranes, smashing through crates, and even speed through a flying car wash on the way to rescue your stranded crew. Following on from this, we will release brand new speedrun levels each week. By the time you have perfected every jump, hover, and spin in one level, a new challenge will await you. So the release schedule is as follows. October 17th, Building Speed. October 24th, Let It Slide. October 31st, Spring Loaded Run. November 7th, Helium Heights. And November 14th, Rising Heat. So yeah, these are free updates, by the way. And they say here, what's more, each of these new levels contains 2 brand new special bots for you to rescue. That's 10 new beloved characters to add to your crew. We gave you a sneak peek of Eve from Stellar Blade and the Helldivers. However, as for who is next, well, that's for you to find out. So get busy rescuing. And they say here, as I mentioned at the end, that it's totally free. It's just free updates, free DLC. So there you go. I know a lot of you really enjoyed Astro Bot. I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of you got the platinum for it, but if you we're eager for more content, we're going to be getting it very soon. But moving on to the next topic here, we are talking about PS Plus premium titles, classics specifically, being reported by Push Square. They say someone at Sony must have a real soft spot for the PS2 horror classic Siren, as the title has been subject to a real labor of love as it drops onto PS Plus Premium today, as well as being the very first example of Sony going back to a game it already emulated once before. It's also given the trophy list an overhaul with a list almost double that of the PlayStation 4 port. The first PS4 version of the game had a trophy list comprising of just 12 trophies, and it didn't even bother with a platinum. Some of the requirements were as simple as playing a time attack mode and unlocking the stage selection screen. Fast forward 8 years later, and Siren has now been given the trophy list it deserves, platinum included. Detailed in full on Exophase, you'll be rewarded across 23 trophies for completing all objectives across specific days, discovering items, and getting a high score in the Brain Cell Revival minigame. On top of the new trophy list, you'll also have access to the features the PS5 and PS4 emulation system bring to these classics: gameplay rewind, save states, control customization, and more. So this is good to see. A lot of people obviously look forward, if they're subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium, they look forward to these, classics that are going to drop into the service. I do believe you will be able to purchase this separately, but it's just nice to see that they're kind of, going the extra mile here to make sure that if you do have any interest in playing this game, there will be a platinum, the trophy list is done well, and, it has the enhancements. But on the other side of the spectrum here, fans are very disappointed at the way Capcom has seemingly handled Dino Crisis on PS Plus Premium. It says one of the most highly anticipated PS Plus classics is finally here, but it's sadly locked behind the premium subscription, and it does not come with trophies. Dino Crisis, like other Capcom classics, is not available for standalone purchase at launch. The company is also one of the few publishers who aren't keen on adding trophies to their classic titles. Dino Crisis isn't an outlier in that it follows the same pattern as other Capcom classics released on PS Plus. However, it's still disappointing that fans are unable to purchase the game separately. It's unclear why Capcom games tend to be the ones that do this. Resident Evil Director's Cut is also locked behind Premium without trophies. Tekken 2 wasn't available for standalone purchase for a long time either. So those who own Dino Crisis on the PS3 should be able to claim the classic without a subscription or purchase. However, this doesn't seem to work in all cases. For example, users in the USA were not able to claim Resident Evil for the PS4 or PS5, even if they owned the PS3 version, but European users could. So it says here at the very end of the article that Dino Crisis should become available to purchase eventually, but as of right now, we don't necessarily have confirmation of that. And I did see people expressing a lot of disappointment about this. There was quite a bit of excitement from the Dino Crisis community of this game, being part of the classics lineup. But for some reason, Capcom is just simply not allowing you to buy it separately. And for those wondering, Sony can't really do anything about that. When it comes to third-party publishers, they're the ones that decide how this is going to go down. But moving on to the final topic of the video, it's a very short update, but the Until Dawn movie has finished filming, and we now have a release date. The Until Dawn movie is scheduled to release on April 25th, 2025, and it will be in theaters. So I don't know how many people are looking forward to this. There seems to be a little bit of confusion as to why this is getting made into a movie, because the big draw for the game is making choices, and those choices impacting how the story unfolds and how it ultimately ends. And obviously a movie, I mean, you're not going to be able to do that, but either way, it's interesting to think that this is going to be the next, movie coming from PlayStation Productions. So there you go, April 25th, 2025. Let me know if it's something you're planning on seeing. That's going to do it for the video though, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.